Okay guys, so for today's video we're going to be talking about Google and Google's Adsense services. Basically what Adsense is the opportunity to take Google's ads provided with their own code. You're going to be able to copy and paste this code right into your own website with their pre-designated sizes, making it real simple to build websites around these advertising plugins here. It's a real simple script. You can plug it in one spot right in the container in which you wish to house this particular ad, and it's really quite simple once you get it rolling. Now what we're going to be doing here today is taking a look at how to sign up for Google AdSense and a little bit about what you need to do to make sure that your account gets accepted. So let's go ahead and visit the Google AdSense page right now. As you can see, we're at Google's home page. You go up to the web address bar here, go to Google AdSense right there. Let's go ahead and click enter. That'll bring you up to this page. This is the Google AdSense home page. Like it says, it maximizes your revenue from online content. That's what this site's about. It's going to provide you with site search engine results here, so you can add a custom search engine to your website. That could be either to specifically search your own site or anywhere on the web through your site, even using iframes and whatnot. Really what that does is it allows you to plug your own advertising system into Google search results, so even when you don't have your own content necessarily to provide for your customers or your clients or for your visitors, however you like to call them, you will still be able to put yourself in a position to generate income. Websites, this is going to be obviously the most basic of the interpretations here. This is going to display ads right there on your website wherever you would like them, and in various sizes, making different amounts of money per clicks. Now you can also go here and you can do mobile web pages and apps. This is going to allow you to plug your Google AdSense ads right into both applications for phones and iPads and whatnot, as well as web pages that are mobile based, etc., etc. And all that's done right through here. If you have a pre-existing Google AdSense account, you can plug it in right here, your email and your password for that account, and sign in. Obviously you guys are here to check out how to sign up for a new account, so let's go ahead and do that right up here where it says new to Google AdSense, sign up now. That'll bring you to this page. It's going to see you're going to have different options here. This won't always necessarily be what it brings up. It might put in a dialog for you to enter in your own email address in this point, or you can click this if this one. If you already have Gmail, it's going to pull it up and recognize that. So this is an account actually set up in advance of this video. As you can see, that email address is something crazy. They are actually apparently running out of email addresses, so I had to get a little extensive there in what I used for the email address. My apologies if that's hard to see or process. Just a simple Gmail address, that's all it is. Or if you want to go ahead and use a different or new Google account, you can do so right here. This will bring you to prompts allowing you to either change which account is designated to this AdSense or going ahead and signing up for a brand new Google account. For today's purposes, I'm going to show you with this one. Obviously you can do whichever is necessary, and the steps are going to be quite simple. So let's click this. That's going to bring you to the next page here. This is where you're going to want to punch in your primary website address. Basically, they want at least one address that you have that's going to be able to tell them what kind of content you might be processing. Now, you can put whatever website address you have that you own. You want to make sure you own it, though, because you want to put some code on it once you get your hands on it. So let's go in this case. I'm going to use a home address of... this is just a website I have laying around that I have yet to build anything for. So let's go how to business webs. Let's try that, website.com. Now obviously my language is English, as you can tell from my speech. I'm going to go down to here. I have read. You always want to make sure you read all the program policies, obviously, so you don't get yourself in any trouble. And then click continue. That'll bring you to this next screen. Obviously it says right here, this is the third step, which will submit your AdSense application. You want to go through all the steps and fill this out. I'm not going to, because it's pretty specific information and you get the gist of what's going on here. I just wanted to get you through the steps here. This will get you through the entire AdSense application process, allowing you to submit this, at which point they will email you with the application review, letting you know if you've been accepted or not. I really don't hear very often people not getting accepted. Some things you want to keep in mind, though, is that as you add this information, you want to keep it very accurate. So if you're as an individual, you want to make sure you do that. If you're a business, you want to make sure you fill it out properly as well. It doesn't really change much other than who is being paid out, where that's at, and you're going to want to put contact names. Let's go individual in this case. This would be your name, 1, 2, 3, your address, whatever else you need, your town, etc., etc. That's going to basically just give them general information. You want this to all be accurate, so that's the most important concept, because they're going to cross-reference this and make sure you are who you say you are. And this is a very small amount of information to pull that information, that kind of a processing power from. So you want to make sure that they give them the most accurate information possible. This isn't necessarily all that relevant. You can just go friend, colleague, whatever you'd like. You want to probably change this to whatever your particular email preferences are. You can change it as necessary, and always go back and change that if you need. Now, like I said, one more time, you want to make sure you go over everything. There's not that much there. Just make sure it's accurate, and then finally submit your application. Now, at this point, you're going to get an email back, probably within the next 2 to 3 business days, maybe even sooner in most cases. That email is going to tell you if you've been accepted, and if you haven't been accepted, why you haven't been accepted. At which point you can always change whatever necessary and then go ahead and resubmit your application. If you have basic content, though, you're going to get 99.9% of the time accepted. A couple of things to keep in mind that you don't want to be putting advertisements on. Websites that blast a lot of content that isn't yours. If you're doing some sort of a celebrity blog, that's probably not the best idea to use Google AdSense, because they might cut your revenue. If they find that your content is infringing on other people's copyright materials, such as pictures and or media content, they're going to go ahead and take away your revenue. They don't want to be any part of that, and that's something that's important to them. That's something important to keep in mind as well. Obviously, anything that's explicit and or adult material content, questionable in any sexual matter, that's going to be material that you don't want to be advertising Google AdSense on either, as any money you make through clicks is just going to be taken away once they figure out what you've done. I've heard them going as far as canceling, or retrieving funds that have been deposited into bank accounts, like after it's already been accepted and processed, and creating a lot of problems for people because they broke their rules. And as far as it comes down to, Google can do whatever they want because A, they're a huge company, and B, you broke their contract, which you accepted in the first place. So you got to keep that in mind. If you follow the rules, though, Google AdSense is a really great way to generate income. It's going to really allow you to maximize the income on your website. You want to make sure you don't want to oversaturate your page with any sort of ads or anything like that, but it really is going to be a nice feature to any website, whether you have a blog, an information-based website, perhaps a hobby website, really anything that's going to be anything relevant ad-based wise is going to generate you income. I've heard of other programs. I've even dabbled with a few myself. I'm pretty partial to Google AdSense just because it's so expansive. It has so many nice, features, and maybe there's other programs that allow you a little bit more fluctuation on ad sizes and whatnot. But it really hasn't become an issue for me. I find that I can generally incorporate any of those ads necessary into the pages I'm building as is right now. So with that said, that's a little bit about what AdSense provides for you. Once you've submitted this form, go ahead and keep an eye on whatever matching email you've submitted it to. They will send you the content regardless, no matter what. They will get back to you. Like I said, probably within 3 days tops, typically much quicker. And at that point, you're going to go ahead and get your account. And then come back and check out the next video, which will explain a little bit about the first time going through your AdSense account. The first time you sign on and log in and everything, as well as posting some of your first ads, and how to go ahead and set up an ad, and even how to set it up into the more broken down accounts. So there's all kinds of different little techniques you can use to really maximize your understanding of the ad, the income it's generating, categorizing it, making sure that you know where the revenue or the clicks are coming from. And then you can also incorporate all this into your Google Analytics account. It's really quite a nice feature. All that can also be tied back into Google AdWords, which is the program in which you pay for your ads to be in those same exact type of situations. So if you work out certain ratios, it'll allow you to take in both advertisements as well as put them out without necessarily costing yourself too much if you're just looking to break even on the advertisement portion, and with a rapidly growing state of mind and concept there. But again, these are all concepts we'll discuss further in future videos. I hope you found this very basic, very brief initial video on just how to get a little bit started here informative and helpful. And if you liked everything we've done, make sure you comment and come back and check out all the videos we have coming out short. Alright, thank you guys much, and we'll see you soon. Take care.